What's good, YouTube universe? Fizz and Friends Gaming back here. Fizzleman 1, Fizzleman Pigs Lounge, Fizz and Friends Pigs. You dig? Yeah, for Super Bowl 54. Fizzleman Pigs Lounge. I've been doing this all year. I don't want to take up the whole length of this game, so I'm gonna make it quick and short. But yeah, Fizzleman Pigs Lounge. I've been doing it all year since like week 1 of the season. Many different games, so this is gonna be real short. So bear with me as I'm going forward. I like to say is that we have two teams that I probably said one of the two, can't remember who, made it to the Super Bowl in previous history. As you see, we have here in Super Bowl 54 the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. But as we hear, and you know this little fun fact there, I'm here to give you more facts, but also make it quick and short. That, as you know, it's Fizz and Friends Picks. You know what I mean? Or better yet to say, because I think I messed it up, Fizz and Friends Gaming, Fizzleman Pigs Lounge, Fizzleman Pigs. And like, we gotta get it like that. Fizzleman Pigs, the Cleveland Browns, to be the Super Bowl champions going into the next year. And as they are the Super Bowl champions in my book, in my hand, to go take this W, the Cleveland Browns is that. And you can tell just by the controller, that means the overall is our fan projection of who is voting and who is saying is this and that, because the overall really doesn't matter. Who got the better offense, defense really does matter. So as that, you can see the overall would tend to say that, but it's really based off who got the better team. And as I said, the overalls are pretty decent. But in the case, as I just said, it doesn't matter. The overalls are our fan projection. And it seems like, as I always say every time, it looks like it's us against the world. As I pick the Cleveland Browns with the controller, it looked like it's us against the world. As 87 over 83, a lot of people going for the undefeated Chicago Bears. If you don't know, this is the 100th season of the Chicago Bears, I believe, as well. And it's the 100th season of the NFL as well. This is the 3rd year of Madden stars that's banging it well. This is going to be a terrific game, historic game, and keeping it forever going. We have the Cleveland Browns, who I can't recall, but I think they had some championship runs. I can't recall none of these stuff, man. But one thing I could recall is that as we're about to go proceed in this game, these two teams never face each other this season. And as they never face each other this season, this is a fresh new matchup. And as it's a fresh new matchup, these two teams are two North teams, I believe. These are two North teams, as I go check the books, 100%. Two North teams are going to action today, right now. So NFC North, Chicago Bears. AFC North, Cleveland Browns. Here, going down to where AFC West, is it? AFC East, excuse me. Miami Dolphins, the 305. I think so, 100% believe so. We heading back home. The home base of where Fizz and Friends Gaming is at. We going with Ronnie Ray plays here in Madden Stars. I'm in real life here in Miami, but my counterpart is in New York. But I'm definitely here for the Super Bowl in both Madden Stars and real life. So we out here anticipating for this game. And without further ado, let's get further going more into this matchup. And as you would know, every little blue screen, every little pause is like a commercial break. So just bear with it. You will see the game in full action. Of course, we're here live, here, Fizz and Friends Gaming. This special event is amazing. This is our third Super Bowl. I've been doing this continuously every year, so this is spectacular for me. Yeah, Cleveland Browns is my pick, and as you know, take note, and like that, let's get this game under go. Fizzleman 1 here, brought to you by EA Sports, Fizz and Friends Gaming. We got this wonderful Super Bowl 54 for you guys. Take note and see if the undefeated Chicago Bears going 16, if you can hear me, 16-0 Chicago Bears. Just briefly had to make sure I get there. Briefly, 16-0 Chicago Bears going against 11-5 Cleveland Browns, coming off of the regular season. Postseason is looking amazing. They made it to the Super Bowl. Let's see who's gonna win. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Cleveland Browns. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first-time champions of the AFC, the Cleveland Browns, taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever. 0-16 just 2 seasons ago, and now 4 quarters away from a Super Bowl title.
An utterly remarkable turnaround. There's no other way to put it. Fan base, can you imagine how desperate they've been for this day, for this opportunity to come around? You have to go back to 1964 for their last title in the NFL. That's pre-Super Bowl era. They beat the Colts 27-0 in that one. Frank Ryan, Jim Brown. But these fans are tired of hearing about the past. They're tired of hearing about the All-American Football Conference, how the Browns came into the NFL and blew everyone away. They've got their team now, their time, and they want to win.
Meanwhile, the turnaround has been a sharp one for the Chicago Bears. 19-45. That was their record from 2014 through 17. Then the division title last year. Everybody remembers the double doink in the playoffs. But now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Of course, you know they won plenty of titles prior to the Super Bowl coming into existence. They won 8 NFL titles. Who'll ever forget Papa Bear, George Halas leading that franchise? But they have made 2 appearances in the big game itself. They won Super Bowl 20, pounded the Patriots, one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen. And then they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. Can this team do their own Super Bowl shuffle and grab the Lombardi Trophy and bring it back to Chicago?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense taking over with Baker Mayfield at the helm. So much pressure on Mayfield to be the savior of the Browns franchise. The #1 overall pick a season ago, and folks thought, hey, maybe a 500 season or a playoff berth would be great. But instead, they got more than that. Here they are in the first Super Bowl ever for the Browns franchise in Mayfield's second NFL season.
Okay, if there's any dysfunction, I don't know, but Super Bowl going down, Super Bowl 54, you feel me? They said a lot of fun facts. That's pretty awesome. Right now, I'm about to see what's going down with this game. Cleveland Bears got a lot of history, so I think the Bears, the Bears, I remember now. The Bears was the one who had a Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl, I think, one time, but I think they lost to the Colts, if they said it correctly. Cleveland Browns never win, but the Cleveland Browns, they got a lot of history about these two teams. Kind of funny. But let's see what goes down here in this matchup.
Set. 180. Mike 58 right there. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long for Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears coming out, Mitchell Trubisky at the helm. And the rise of Trubisky, a big story in this run to the NFC title. He's made such strides since that rookie campaign of 2017. And now the pressure intensifies as he tries to join Jim McMahon as the only quarterbacks to lead the Bears to a Super Bowl title. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's got room. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Cohen. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Here's Trubisky to throw, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mayfield on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. On second down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Trubisky to throw.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Play action. It's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. These two teams all tied after one. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. On second down now, it's Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And shutting him off, now open field. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 22 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Mayfield down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now it's Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Trubisky will throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. This is Cohen on the toss.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Sheldon Richardson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry now on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Now Landry. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Browns getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Mayfield, he finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Draw play. Cohen. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Let's go.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in those golden high tops as well.
Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They go play action. Trubisky, blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They run it again with Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield and spilling everything.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They try again with Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. The catch made by Miller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Trubisky will come up here first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the draw, this is Cohen. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's got this down to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And again, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Bears will get the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This is caught by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Cohen. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Motion, one team. I got trip this side.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Rush coming in. And he's taken down. Christian Kirksey with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mayfield, he'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You got 3 down. Watch out.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Onto the field now come the Bears. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
Hey, get up! 180! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go, let's bring it! Let's bring it!
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And these Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.